Thanks for joining us on Politically Speaking. I'm your host, Priya Sridhar. California is one of almost 20 states in the United States that has an article in the state constitution that allows for the recall of elected officials. And it looks like the citizens of the state are taking advantage of that opportunity in full force. Today, I'm going to tell you about two recall movements. We begin with the movement to recall Governor Gavin Newsom. The leaders of that movement tell me they have the 1.5 million signatures they need to trigger a special statewide election. But they're aiming to get somewhere between the ballpark of 1.8 and 2 million to ensure that they have enough validated signatures to trigger that election.
Here's how to fill out the petition correctly so your signature counts.
We have to talk about why this movement even exists and why you think it is gaining so much momentum. There have been previous movements to recall Governor Newsom, but this one seems to be the one by far that has become the most legitimate.
It is. We have a different structure, we basically had established a statewide network prior to launching this effort. So there's a different managerial structure, different leadership, and the governor has done things, significant things to help our cause. And actually, we have nobody else to thank but Governor Gavin Newsom for the success of this recall, and he has nobody else to blame.
Yeah, so elaborate a little bit about what seems to be some of the people's biggest concerns when it comes to this specific governor. I know that people have cited the French Laundry incident when he went out and had a big dinner that seemed to, be in opposition to a lot of the things that he was encouraging the residents of California to do.
But you also own the mistake and you don't ever make it again.
But what else specifically do you think has California residents so concerned?
His waffling, his back and forth, open, shut, with the stance, his mismanagement of the COVID crisis. He's basically gone out and, he's made policies that are just contrary to common sense. When he established the 10 o'clock curfew on the state and he shut down the outdoor dining on the eve of Thanksgiving, and he banned singing in church, those policies really left people scratching their head, and I think they just lost a general confidence in his ability to lead. People need a strong leader during a crisis, and that's something that this governor just doesn't offer.
And, I've gotten a chance to interview some Democratic leaders in our area, and they say, listen, they understand that there are critics of the governor's policies, but, no Democrat is going to back a recall effort. And they think that this is a way for Republicans in the state of California to kind of sneak in and get a win, since it's the most votes. If we were to go to a special statewide election, whoever gets the most votes could win the governor's seat. What do you think about that critique from the Democrats?
That might be true if this were driven by a party. But this is not a party movement. This is a movement of the people, by the people, for the people. Myself and all of my team, none of my team are politicians. We are just concerned citizens, and this is the people's movement. These are frustrated people that are disillusioned by both parties, the Democrats and the Republicans alike. And this is the final check and balance in our system. When the parties have let us down, when the government leaders have let us down, when we're facing a super majority in our state and the government monopoly, the people are the final check and balance in this system. And we at the California Patriot Coalition are invoking the power of the people to set things right and to change the course of politics in the state.
And a lot of people have said that this race could be indicative of the future of the Republican Party, especially after, the impeachment trial of Donald Trump. And, a lot of people are saying that Republicans are in this pivotal moment right now where they're going to have to decide if they want the future of the party to be with the former president or to be something different. Do you see this as somehow symbolic of the bigger party struggles?
Not at all. This is a states matter. Recently, Joe Biden and his cabinet have weighed in on the recall here in California, and my response to that was that, this is a matter between the people of California and their governor. It has nothing to do with federal politics. We have strict rules on our volunteer groups throughout the state that, we have social media groups. There's 75 of them. People can go to Facebook, and if they search Recall Gavin 2020.com on Facebook, they're going to find 75 groups that they can join up and down the state. And there's one in every county, one in every community. There are strict guidelines on those groups. We don't mention global politics. We don't mention national politics. We have policies against mentioning COVID or global warming or any other hot topic other than Recall Gavin 2020.com. It's just a Recall Gavin movement, and it has nothing to do with federal politics.